So I feel like we can all agree that the world is actually going to complete shit. Complete shit. And it's not even about wrong, right or wrong anymore. It's like just people who don't have morals. And it's prominent, bro. Because I feel like people who don't grow up with morals, they just do the craziest things without thinking how other people feel, how other people think. And it's like, yeah, you shouldn't care how other people think, but you also gotta think how what you're doing is going to affect the people around you. And people who lack self awareness, also, those people scare me the most. Matter of fact, let's talk about self awareness. I feel like if you were outside with somebody and they're probably being loud, obnoxious, and you're not even seeing what they're doing is basically creating this energy around them, which people are going to like start scattering away because it's like, bro, look at what you're doing and look how you're acting. And I just stay away from those people so much because if you don't have self awareness, then you truly don't even know yourself or you just don't care at all because having self awareness starts with knowing yourself from within. And a lot of people don't even know themselves from within, bro. And that's low key kind of scary because a lot of people don't even have like an inner monologue. They just go with the flow. That part also I try to like grasp, but I can't because like, bro, how you don't have a voice in your head telling you like, oh, no, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and it's like, bro, you just do what you want to do without thinking twice, and it's like, come on, bro, you know you can't do that, and I say that because people who just go without thinking about the consequences, then they suffer or they feel down, and it's like, bro, you know you shouldn't have done that. You know you shouldn't have done that. Like, come on. And people who don't have an inner monologue basically saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that." You need to stay away from them because they're just gonna bring you down with whatever they're doing, and you don't want to be around for whatever they're gonna do. I trust me, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good because they're just gonna drag you down, take your energy, and what is that gonna do for you? Hinder you from you doing what you want to do for the future, hinder you from doing what you need to do, especially because a lot of us know what we need to do, but we just don't do it. I don't know why. Like just take action on what you want to do in life and it's gonna come out eventually. Yes, everything takes time and consistency. Nothing is easy in this life, bro. Nothing is easy in this life. You everything you want, you essentially gotta work for it, literally. Unless you're like a Nepo baby, then hey, props to you, I guess. But hey, again, for the most of us, we gotta work, grind, sweat, blood, and tears for what we want in life. And do I want to do that my whole life? Grind. Yeah, grind is it's not it's not bad, but again, I want to just live a life where I have a complete awareness of what I'm doing, complete awareness of where I'm going in life, to where if anybody is trying to take me down, if anybody is trying to get me off my path, I have the mental clarity and the awareness to see what they're doing. It's gonna throw it's not good for me because if you have that little voice in your head saying, bro, do this and do that, I promise you're gonna be better off in life. I promise you because most of us we just feel stagnant. We just feel stagnant. We feel stuck in what we gotta do, and it's like, bro, I don't know what I gotta do. I don't know how I feel, and it's like, just sit in silence with yourself, gather your thoughts, and know what you want in this life. Manifest it, basically. Manifest because we are energy beings. We're spiritual beings. Our body is just like part of the or part one part of the world, but the rest of our body is something that we can't even comprehend or see yet. And a lot of us don't even get that, you know. For me, I could think deep. I can have a real deep conversation about anything, to be honest. But most of the people I try to have a conversation with about it, they they probably won't grasp it or try to even understand it. And it's like, bro, a lot of us lack the want to knowing the truth, and they just lack the drive for certain things. And it's like, bro, you gotta want better for yourself. You have to want better for yourself, because at the end of the day, nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's coming to save us. And the only person who can save us is ourselves. And once we figure that out and learn that and implement it in our daily lives, bro, we can do so much that if somebody else is like, got a little bit off track, but just knowing what you want in life is going to help you so much. So much. Like, just start off by writing down your goals. Start off by saying affirmations and seeing how it's going to change your life so drastically. You're gonna be amazed, because you're gonna believe, like, you're gonna say to yourself, wow, I never thought I could be like this. Wow, I never thought I can create this. Wow, I never thought I would be able to do this and do that. And we just gotta stop limiting ourselves, bro, because our mind is so powerful that we're only using 10% of our brain. 10% of our brain. I don't think a lot of us understand that. We only use about 10% of our brain power. Now imagine what we can actually do. What, 100%? Now I don't. Now if you saw the movie Lucy, you saw. I mean, you saw what happened. She basically She was literally a computer, and just she was basically like God. If you point blank period, she was basically like God, almost. But I say that to say, because we are limiting ourselves to only so much that we believe. But if we take the time to know ourselves, to go out and find knowledge and find the truth, there's nothing that's going to be able to stop us, because we are the only ones in this world that we know of that are what, the only living beings that are this knowledgeable. I don't believe that. I mean, there's millions, trillions of galaxies, bro. The world is crazy.